Hello, and welcome to Inside Outlook. I'm Jeff Havers, Superintendent of Pemberton Township Schools. As we enter our last few weeks of the school year, students have been engaged in not only classroom learnings, but a variety of end-of-year concerts, activities, and celebrations. For our high school seniors, this is a particularly exciting time of year, when their high school careers are wrapping up and they are preparing to embark on a whole new phase of their life. To find out more about what the future holds for some of our students, I recently had the pleasure of talking to two students at the top of the class of 2023, Amelia Adams and Rachel Hussman. Amelia, while the year may be winding down for most students, you have dedicated most of your high school career to excelling in academics, and you are doing so right until the end. Can you tell us why that has been so important to you?
I think it's been so important to me because I've always been taught as a kid to strive for more and not settle for less. And in high school especially, I've been challenged with so many different courses, and I've always wanted to keep doing more than just being average.
Just do your best, right?
Mm-hmm.
What factors do you think help you contribute to your success?
Definitely friends and my parents. I have constant support from my parents for all my AP classes. And if I didn't have friends or people like teachers with connections, I probably wouldn't be able to be where I am.
Do you work with friends like in study groups or?
Yeah, or just like singular friends where I talk to them about the classes that we're in together and we just help each other on work.
Excellent. As you know, extracurricular activities enhance the high school experience in so many ways. What were some things you were involved in outside of academics?
Outside of school, in the fall, starting junior year, I did tennis. And then I tried to do yearbook club as well. And then in the spring, throughout the whole high school years, I've been in softball.
So tennis, yearbook, and softball.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Your classes had the benefit of having a relatively normal senior year, as far as being able to attend in-person events like the prom, concerts, field trips. But your freshman and sophomore years took place in the midst of the pandemic. How did that affect your high school experience?
I think compared to normal high school students, I definitely did not feel as motivated at all. And for the first time I kind of like lacked on work and I didn't really care about it as much. But now I think I'm doing better as junior year started and then senior year.
So it's much harder to stay motivated when you were living in the pandemic world?
Yeah, because online, you don't really have to pay attention as much. It's just a camera, screen, and the teacher talking. And I'm just sitting at home, and I have too many distractions at home for me to really get work done.
Understood. What are your post-graduation plans?
I plan to go into the Air Force National Guard for Intel, and after that, I will attend Stockton to major in art.
Wow. Well, congratulations, and thank you very much, Amelia, for sharing about your high school experiences.
Thank you.
Rachel, you have dedicated most of your high school career to excelling in academics, and you're doing so right to the end. Can you tell us why this has been so important to you?
So I've always had that drive to just continue and I love to learn. I just absolutely love learning more information, more about how the world works, more about the specific topic that I'm really interested in. I just love to explore the interests that are there and expand upon them when possible. I've really enjoyed taking classes like my AP computer science classes because that's what I plan to do in the future. So it was really cool to move through those classes at a higher college level while also learning more about my specific topic that I'm really interested in.
Wow, that's incredible. What factors do you think helped to contribute to your success?
Oh, a lot of things. My parents, obviously, supporting me through some of those long nights where I was maybe studying a little too much or maybe be doing a lot of homework. My teachers for just being there to teach me, being there to guide me, mentor me, support me. My sports coaches to push me through those scenarios where I didn't think I could do it, but I could. And then that just bled into my school career with just that trying and doing. And I know I can do it. I just got to push myself to do it.
Perseverance.
Yeah.
As we know, extracurricular activities enhance the high school experience in so many ways. What were some things you were involved in outside of the academics?
I almost want to say, what didn't I do? I felt like I did a lot when it came to high school. So far, I did tennis, swimming, softball. I was part of the robotics and engineering club. I did yearbook club. I'm in National Honor Society, and I'm in the Student Ambassador Program that just started up last year here. So I've gotten quite a range of activities that I've done, but I've enjoyed all of them. It's been great to experience all of that within the community, as well as with like-minded peers with sports and just wanting to help the community. And yeah, it's so great to experience all of that. And I encourage others to really get themselves involved in Pemberton, because that's the way to make the experience.
Something to look forward to every day.
Yeah.
Your class has had the benefit of having a relatively normal senior year, as far as being able to attend in-person events like the prom, concerts, field trips. But your freshman and sophomore years took place in the midst of the pandemic. How did it affect your high school experience?
I think it definitely made it interesting. It definitely switched it up a bit from the traditional high school experience. Freshman year, since we were able to start and then March hit and then we had to leave, I was still able to get my footing, still get myself known as a student. But then that later half of the year after the pandemic started, it was kind of strange having the online classes, the being at home but still learning, you have to have that just guidance to be able to get up in the morning and make sure you're on time for classes, because the bus isn't going to be there to pick you up. So that was really strange, but it was also really interesting at the same time to see how that played out. And I really employ everybody who was involved in that, because that was a very difficult time, but it just worked out so well. Like, we were able to do the Google Meets and still learn. And it obviously wasn't going to be the same as being in school, but it still worked. So I was glad that it was able to work out so well. Sophomore year, since it started in COVID, that was strange, having to get up. And then once the hybrid program started, I was a part of that. Mm-hmm. It was really cool to get back in and see everyone, but it was kind of weird being spaced out, like the 6 feet apart. You have to sit in this desk. You can't move from this desk. This is your desk. Right. Which I like having my spot. So I was glad that I had my desk. But it was cool to just see the transition, but it was also just seeing everybody persevere so well through such a difficult time, mm-hmm. but just making the best of it was awesome.
Wow. What are your post-graduation plans?
So I will be attending Stockton University in the fall. I got into their honors program, so I will be continuing that. It's kind of like an NHS, but at just a college level. So I'll be doing a lot of some higher level courses, as well as community service, being involved. So it's almost like I'm continuing what I'm doing here. And I will be planning to get a bachelor's degree in computer science. And I hope to move that forward to cybersecurity field afterwards.
Well, that's fantastic. Congratulations, Rachel, and thank you so much for coming in and talking to us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Thanks to both students for talking to us, and I look forward to seeing them and the rest of the class of 2023 on June 19th at the Pemberton Township High School graduation ceremony. A few reminders before I go. Our next Board of Education work session will take place Thursday, June 15th at 6:30 p.m. in the Pemberton Township High School auditorium. The action meeting is Thursday, June 22nd at 6:30 p.m. in the high school auditorium. That's our show for today, but please tune in next week for our last show of the school year, when I will share important end-of-the-year announcements, as well as our final Creative Classroom episode. Thank you.